I have here with me
Irene Kay.
Miss Irene Kay. Tell us what you do here at Bacoda.
Well, I've been honored with being asked to be the board chair for Bacoda. I've served as a volunteer with this organization for several years, previously just on the board. And this organization is a phenomenal organization. It supports the entire Gulf Coast community. And there's especially the children of the communities. They're in the schools. They do a lot of outreach. They help families. They help the communities. Their main focus is to try and keep everybody that they can reach off of drugs and alcohol. They have several events each year that bring attention to the devastation that comes to families through, loss through car accidents caused by alcohol abuse.
Yeah.
So the communities are very fortunate that this organization exists.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by and talking with us.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And we have with us,
Carrie Fletcher.
and what do you do here at Bacoda?
I'm the Director of Core Services and I'm the Assistant Director for the Coalitions Department.
Okay, and what does that entail?
The Core Services Department, we are the part of Bacoda that provides direct services to clients, people who need treatment for substance abuse and that don't have insurance. So we do the more direct service side. With the Coalitions Department, that is more of working in the community and making changes there.
Making changes like what?
We work a lot on policy, advocating for law changes, which is rather hard in Texas, but trying to make a difference in a larger setting versus the individual. When you see a person for treatment, you might impact them and maybe their immediate family, but when you work with a coalition, you can impact the city, the county, and then we also work on a statewide coalition, so hopefully we can impact some of the changes in the state.
Well, that's really good to hear.
It's exciting. It really, really is.
Well, thank you for stopping by and talking with us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And we have with us,
Stephen Gage.
and Stephen Gage does what here at Bacoda?
I am the co-chair of the board of directors.
Okay, and what does that entail?
That entails meeting monthly with the other board of directors and with the senior management at Bacoda to make sure that they're meeting their goals and objectives, and that all the financials are in order, and that new programs that come out, we evaluate them, make sure that this is the right use of the agency's, the organization's limited resources. And we also participate in events like the Healing Field and like the fundraiser that we're doing tonight.
Exactly. Tell me a little bit more about the Healing Field. What is that all about?
Well, that's how I first got involved with Bacoda. I became involved with them through my job at the Houston-Galveston Area Council, and they invited us to come out and volunteer for the Healing Field. We actually provided them with the data, the total number of flags. We consider a very unfortunate number. That number should be 0. But the first year I went out, we actually helped them install the field. It was a whole lot of fun. Thoroughly enjoyed myself, and so I've been doing it every year since.
Well, I thank you so much for stopping by.
You're quite welcome.
I have here with me
Vanessa Ayala.
Miss Vanessa. What do you do here at Bacoda?
I am the Coalition Coordinator for Southeast Harris Community Coalition.
Okay, and what does that entail?
It's basically, I work with the community, I mobilize the community to reduce underage drinking and substance abuse. It's that saying that says it takes a whole village to raise a child. Well, I get that whole village together, and we work on different strategies. We change the environment around the access and the availability of alcohol. And we do media campaigns, we educate the community, and basically that's what I do.
Wow. And what else do you do? That's the only area that you work in with Bacoda?
Yes, I also help with the fundraising events, like with the Healing Field, like tonight with the play. Whatever they need me, I'm right there.
Wow. It was good having you, and thanks for stopping by and talking with us.
Thank you.
We have with us today
Rusty Cockrell.
Rusty. What do you do here at Bacoda?
I am the Assistant Director for our Youth Works program. So we basically cover all 4 counties, Galveston, Brazoria, Southeast Harris County, and Bacoda County. And basically what we do is we are in the schools. I supervise about 20 staff that are in schools doing curriculum education, prevention education curriculum that we have. It's called Positive Action. It's a means tested, nationally recognized curriculum, and all of our staff basically are teaching kids from a very young age, basically from kindergarten all the way through 12th grade. Curriculum about making good choices, learning who they are. The premise of it is kind of who am I, focusing on some character building and making good choices, making good decisions.
How did you manage to get inside the schools? How did you have to go to the school board? How did you do that?
Basically, what we do is we kind of seek out whoever's interested in our services. Obviously, we'd love to be in every single district, but we can only go so much with the dollars that we're given. But obviously, we seek out districts that have a need, have an interest, and we're always looking for more. If we can get into districts and kind of preach what we're doing, we think it's a valuable lesson that a lot of kids can learn. So.
It is a very valuable lesson, and I thank you so much for coming by and
Appreciate it.
talking with us.
Thank you.
And we have with us here
Van Shotwell.
and Van. It is so awesome to have you here. What are you doing here tonight?
Well, I was really excited that Debbie with Bacoda had asked me to be a part of the event tonight. I'm actually with Forte Talent Management. I'm a manager for different talents in Houston, and right now I have a talent. His name is Maxwell Ford, who is doing a new major motion picture in LA, and we hope to be shooting it in September. It's called Allegiance. So you can check it out at allegiancethemovie.com.
So cool to have you. And what are you? I know you donated to Bacoda tonight. What did you donate?
Me. My time and any questions, my consultation. If you need any help with anything, I would be glad to be of service in any way. Just give me a call, email me. Sometimes that's the easiest way to get in touch with me because I'm always on the go. Because next week I'll be in LA. So contact me. Any questions you might have, beginning in the industry, new starters, newcomers, just trying to get out there, get their name, learning about the industry, publicist, anything that you need to know, ask me. I will help you.
I do want to
any way
say
you can.
that Van has, she's really, really good at what she does. I can back her. I say that she's the best at what she does, actually. And I'm glad that we know each other, and I'm glad that we're friends.
Yes, of course.
Love you, Van. I'm not going to shake your hand. I'm just going to give you a big hug.
Yes. Love you too, honey.
And we have here with us,
Becky Puentello.
and Becky, what do you do here at Bacoda?
I am the director of the Youth Works program.
Okay, and what does that entail?
I basically make sure that all the reporting, the measures that are due to the state, the requirements for the program are submitted on time and that we're on target for what they have funded us to do with our budget.
Oh, wow. So you have to make sure everything is lined up correctly.
Absolutely. That we are doing everything that we said we would do in our contracts.
Wow. And how do you like that position?
I love it.
And how long have you been in that
Absolutely.
position?
This is my third year. I started out as one of the prevention specialists and then became a supervisor, and then now I am the director. So I've been with Bacoda almost 7 years.
Wow, and you love it.
Absolutely love it.
Thank you for coming by and talking with us.
Thank you.
And we have with us today
Karen Van Horn.
Miss Karen Van Horn. And Miss Karen, what do you do here at Bacoda?
I'm the Chief Executive Officer.
Chief Exec. So you are the woman in charge.
I'd like to think so.
I would say so. I would say so. So tell me, what do you do here at Bacoda exactly?
Well, one of the blessings in my life is that I get to work with not only our participants in the school, our clients, but an absolutely incredible staff
Yes,
and very supportive board.
that's good. Tell me a bit about the board. How do you get all those people together?
Well, first of all, you look for people who are interested in sharing what they call the 3 T's, which are their treasure, their talents, and they
And their time?
in their time, and they contribute in a way that God sends them to perform, and they are absolutely wonderful. Tonight we have one of our board members. We have a number of them out of the country right now.
Okay.
We have one here who's tonight is here from a very far distance, and his wife has come as well.
That's good.
We're very fortunate.
So how do you feel about this event tonight?
This is a collaboration with the College of the Mainland.
Mhm.
I personally have been coming for 25 years and have series tickets.
Okay.
So I know the quality of work of what they're going to do.
Mhm.
But I haven't seen the play, and we're very excited.
I'm excited too.
Yes. And we're hoping that people will be touched in this audience. They'll be moved to realize there is recovery,
Yes.
and they will realize that they need to support the person who is trying to get through recovery as well.
Yeah, recovery is very, very important. Very important. And I just want to say thank you so much for coming out and talking with us.
Thank you.
And you have a good evening.
Thank you.
We have with us
Dick Waller.
Ann.
Patsy Walworth.
And what are you doing here tonight at Bacoda?
We're down here to try to pump up some interest in our movie, and we appreciate Bacoda asking us down, and Debbie Hart, and really appreciate it. We're trying to fund up our movie. I'm a recovered alcoholic.
For how long?
I ended up in Galena Park. Today I've got 16,193 days, which is 3 days, 4 months, and 44 years.
Excellent.
I sobered up in Galena Park, and I had 5 children, unemployable, and I decided that I needed to do something about my drinking, and went to a 12-step program and was able to get a string on my drinking. And things turned out pretty good for me. My life of trying to stay sober and work in this program, it really helped me. And we got to a point that I wanted to do some philanthropy work. I wanted to give away some money, and I chose the stock shows and education to kids. And I supported San Antonio, Houston, and Austin for a number of years, and blew a whole bunch of money, and the money's gone. I'm a member of I'm a director of Houston Livestock Show, and of course we help a lot of children. But I decided I was going to start my own educational foundation, did and have. We give away 142 $10,000 scholarships every year, 71 4-H and 71 FFA.
Okay.
We have over 568 children in Texas universities today. We've had over 800 and some that's come through our program, and through this turn down that we're in, it's really hurt my educational foundation funds. And I'm hoping that through this movie, it was a movie of my life, and how that we can be able to maybe help a few people, and also be able to make enough money with this movie to endow these scholarships from here on to perpetuity.
Okay.
That's the reason for trying to. The movie is deep in the heart. It's a story about my life. It'll open on June 1 and run through the 14th.
On small screen or big screen?
Big screen
On the big
here in
screen?
town, yes. You have to look at your newspapers to find out where. You know, to explain what happened to my life, I ended up in Galena Park, Texas, unemployable, paranoid, 5 children. I was so fast I could thread a sewing machine with that son of a bitch running.
That is jittery.
Anyway, with God's help, I was able to straighten my life up, and we started a Champion Window Company in Houston, which we just sold about 10 years ago, and it was very successful. I don't mean it boastfully. I give God all the credit for the good things in my life.
Yes.
But to try to set this thing up to what really happened to me, how I got from a drunk in Galena Park to where I'm at today. I'll do it with a little poem, if you'll allow me.
Oh, go right ahead.
It was battered and scarred, and the auctioneer thought it scarcely worth his while to waste much time on the old violin. He held it up with a smile. "What am I bidding, good folks?" he cried. "Who'll start the bidding for me? $1 once, $1 twice, $2, $3, $3 once, $3 going and going," said he. Now the crowd all cheered. Now, back in the room, a gray-haired man came forward and picked up a bow, and wiping the dust from the old violin and tightening the loosened strings, he played a melody pure and sweet, sweet as a caroling angel sing. And the music ceased, and the auctioneer, in a voice that was quiet and low, said, "What am I bidding for this old violin?" He held it up with a bow. $1,000. Who'll make it 2,000, who'll make it 3,000 once, 3,000 twice, going and going, said he. Now the crowd all cheered and some of them cried, we don't quite understand what changed its worth. Switch came to apply the touch of the master's hand. A mess of pottage, a glass of wine, a game, and he travels on. He's going once, he's going twice, he's almost gone. And the foolish crowd never can quite understand the worth of a soul and the change that's wrought by the touch of the master's hand. It's what happened to me in my life, the touch of the master's hand. I found this 12-step program that taught me to give freely of what I find, give freely of what I find, and share with others, and it's worked wonderful through my entire life. It's been to get all these good things that's happened in my life. You know, it says, abandon yourself to God as you understand God, clear away the wreckage of your past, and give freely of what you find, and join us, and surely we'll meet some of us as you trudge the road to happy destiny. May God bless you and keep you until then. Someone that's still out there practicing, I did recover with God's grace. And I'll try to wind this thing up by, you know, there was an old gal from down around Alvin a number of years ago, and she would get up in 12-step meetings and say, oh, I just love everybody. And you know, hell, I don't love everybody. Some of you folks I don't even like. But I love you for what you make of me when I'm with you. You know, there was an old saying, a bell is not a bell until it's rung.
Yes.
A song is not a song until it's sung. And love is not love till you give it away. Love y'all.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Bet.
I do have one quick question for your wife, though.
Shoot.
How was it for you while he was going through his recovery?
We didn't know each other until about 9.5 years into his recovery. So, and I too am in the program. Got 34 years and 10 months. So, we've been together that length of time plus a couple of years. So, life is good. We keep each other on the right track through this 12-step program. We learn how to live sober.
Yeah.
And through the grace of God, we've got a wonderful life today that wasn't that way so much 34 and 44 years ago.
Yeah.
So life is good now. We're very grateful.
That's good. Thank you so much for coming by and talking with us.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your story with us. And we'll be looking forward to watching more of Deep in the Heart when it does come out.
Deep in the Heart opens on the 1st and runs through the 14th.
Okay.
You'll have to check your newspapers and find out what theaters it's going to play in, but we'd appreciate all the support. We have never taken any public money for our foundation. It's all come out of my pocket. And that's the reason for making this movie, is to try to replenish this foundation. And I think with God's help we can do it.
Amen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.